the city of Roseville and was operating a 2009 silver Pontiac G5. 3 officers were involved in this incident. 2 of them discharged their weapons. One had a taser and was going to utilize a less than lethal force if the situation arose. 2 of the officers have 2+ years of service with Roseville Police Department. The 3rd officer has 3+ years. We will not be identifying those officers. Our investigation concluded that 7 shots were fired between the 2 officers. 6 of them hit the suspect. Again, he is currently in critical condition at the hospital, and he is under guard by Macomb County Sheriff's deputies. After the shooting, the Roseville Police Department immediately rendered aid to the individual, along with Fraser PD, who responded, and then Roseville Fire Department transported the individual. At the request of Chief Berlin, we investigated not only the officer-involved shooting aspect of it, but we also involved the attack on the 3 officers in the parking lot. We did obtain warrants, a 4-count warrant. First count is weapons, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent. Assault with a dangerous weapon, 2 counts of that, and 1 count of malicious destruction of police property. All felony charges authored by the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office. Again, after reviewing all the facts of the case, the videos, the Sheriff's Office has determined that the shooting was justified and conformed to state law and departmental procedures. No criminal charges would be asked for. Again, at the end of today, this matter will be closed at the Sheriff's Office. Speaking with the chief, the 3 officers will be back to work, I believe, tomorrow night. So at this time, we will run the video, and you'll be able to see exactly what transpired and what a dangerous situation this was for 3 officers of the Roseville Police Department.
This guy just ran me. Stay right there. Put the car in park. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drop the knife now! Drop the knife!
All right, so we're watching here some body camera footage that is being provided by police over in Roseville. They are conducting this investigation that did include an officer-involved shooting. The suspect was shot by officers after they rammed their car into one of the patrol vehicles, and you did see that during some of this body cam video that was shown here by investigators down there on the scene. Now, viewer discretion is always advised when we showcase some of these images, but it does seem that they're going to continue with more of the details. Let's listen in.
Police officers acted courageously. They acted within their training, within their policies and procedures, and they all went home that night. So at this time, I'll entertain any questions that I might be able to answer.
Chief, can you read through those charges again, please?
There's one count of weapons, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent, 2 counts of assault with intent, assault with a dangerous weapon, and then 1 count of MDOP police property. Chris?
Can you talk a little bit about I guess you're not naming the individual until he's arraigned, I presume? So
Right.
well.
Do we know when he'll be arraigned?
We
do not. He is, because of his condition, the court has determined that he's going to have to be cognizant and understand what's going on before we can arraign him.
Okay.
So that's been the hold on that.
Okay. In terms of a couple of things, I guess, where was he shot on his body, and do you have any idea about his motive for doing this and any background, since he's a Roseville resident, if you've had contact with him in the past?
Where he was exactly shot, I didn't prepare that, but go ahead, Jake.
Lower back, 1 shot lower back, 1 shot left thigh, 1 shot upper right back, 1 shot upper right shoulder, 1 shot lower right ankle, and 1 shot in the upper right groin area.
So we did sit down with the family. They've seen the video. We've ascertained some information of that the individual did have some mental health issues, but motive, why he did it, we haven't had an opportunity to talk to him. I think the family did indicate that he was a supporter of law enforcement, that many times. A supporter of law enforcement. So what made him, leave the house and do what he did that morning is, right now, we don't have an answer to that question.
Any indication of drug or alcohol use?
I do not believe so. No.
Was that his car?
Was the car registered to him?
Father.
Father.
And those officers involved, they were just on their normal shift.
Normal shift, they were in the station, and then I believe a call came out, so they were going to go and respond to a call.
But the gentleman that got hit, he was on his way out to have his normal day-to-day, right?
All 3 were working their normal shift. They left the station. I believe there was a call in the city that either 1, 2, or all 3 were going to respond to.
Do we know what kind of call that might have been? They didn't seem like they were running to their vehicles, kind of just a normal pace, but
I believe it was an alarm.
like an alarm to business, or?
I believe just the motion alarm or B&E alarm at a business.
And these were just all uniform officers?
Correct.
Sheriff, what is your reaction, and Chief, when you guys were watching, the video as part of this investigation, and you saw that this suspect did a dry run beforehand, and you saw the intent, what goes through your mind when, all of this is being revealed?
This is just the danger of the profession. Mitch and I, we've been around a long, long time, and we look at different incidents, and we look at things that have occurred during our careers, and I don't think any one of us could say we've seen it all. And who is going to believe at this point that somebody's going to attack somebody right there in front of the police department, where there's a lot of resources and a lot of officers, but it just goes to show you the danger of this job that the men and women in law enforcement have the ability to experience at any given time. So.
Chief, oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Has your department had any prior contact with this individual, and if so, what kind?
I don't believe we had any contact with him prior.
None?
He was not known to us, no.
And the sheriff's office didn't have any contact with him either.
When we looked at the knife, at least to me, you guys might have a better look, just looked like a antique knife. Do you have a better understanding of what kind of knife this was that he was holding? Was it a kitchen knife? Was it a...
More of a hunting knife, fixed blade, more than 6 inches long.
More than 6 inches? And do we know where he pulled the knife from? Like, did he get out of the vehicle,
As you can,
it seemed?
you'll get the video again, but if you'll see that when the officer approaches, he has the weapon, the knife, in his hand. And that's when the commands were given to drop the knife. And then he got out of the car with the knife. And as you could see, when the one officer goes to shut the door of the truck, that's when the individual started to go towards that officer, and that's when the shots were fired.
Do officers have discretion to use lethal force versus a taser? And if they do, why couldn't the officers have used taser?
In this situation, 2 officers had drew their firearms. The 3rd officer did have a taser deployed, but quick, this happens that quick. That individual then decided to go. You can't count on that taser. So, as you could tell, he's armed. He's a threat. They feared for their life. They went to their training. They know how to escalate and de-escalate, and this was a deadly force situation all day, and that's what they utilized.
And I believe he didn't say anything, did he?
No.
So he just hits them, he's in the car with the knife, and then he gets out of the car with the knife.
And then he, as you could see, he goes to the officer towards the back, at which time the shots were fired.
And that was one of the officers, the officer who was hit stayed in the vehicle the whole time?
And I believe all of them got out, right?
They all got out.
They all got out, yep. Yeah, you had 3 officers there, 2 were armed, and one used a taser just in case.
Do we know if the person who was struck was one of the officers who used his weapon?
No, he was not.
Did anybody see this? I mean, I don't know if you guys are watching any cameras internally or if anybody could see him. I mean, this, just a few minutes prior, was this like, was anybody wondering who this guy was or why he was in the parking lot?
We did not see him out there prior to him ramming the police car. There are security enhancements being done at our department as we speak.
Can you expound on those at all?
Secured parking plan is in place. We are prohibiting parking next to the station, giving us a geographical reactionary gap from our back door to further in the parking lot where any vehicles can be, to provide safety for our officers when they exit. They have enough time to observe their surroundings better.
Is this the first time anything like this has happened in a police department in the county that you guys are running?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Again, don't know why he did it.
No, haven't had
Police station?
we have not had an opportunity again to speak to him. Again, we're going by information that the family presented to us, but there was no note, no manifesto, no anything like that that would give us any indication of why he targeted them at that day.
Did the family expound on some of his mental health issues or how long he's had those?
They gave us that information, but we're not gonna release that at this point. Just the fact that he had mental health issues.
Were these security upgrades at the station a result of this incident, or were those happening before that?
We had a plan in place prior to. I'm hoping this will expedite them. We've been working on it for over a year to get the funding and the proper fencing and green space in place.
Is that something the city council has to approve, or can you guys just do that on your end out of the police department budget?
The plan has already been approved. We're just putting the final touches on and getting the contractors in place, from what I understand.
Do you anticipate him surviving, the suspect?
It's touch and go. We check on every day, and the hospital does give us updates on his status. So
What determines when those officers can and protocol-wise can come back to work?
In majority of the cases that we investigate, once it's determined they've been cleared and that the shooting has been justified, and it's not reviewed by the prosecutor, or if it is reviewed by the prosecutor, then the leader of that agency.
All right, so it does seem that perhaps this live feed that we were getting and that update from investigators down there in Michigan has frozen at this time. We'll see if we can get some more of that, but I want to bring up in full some of the scene video corresponding with that update that we had from officials. This is having to do with an officer-involved shooting. Now, it was back on October 13th that an officer was in a patrol vehicle about to head to a call when a driver hit the back of the legally parked patrol vehicle in the parking lot of the police station. That driver, a 36-year-old man from Roseville in Michigan, then got out of his car armed with a knife, according to the sheriff's office. Now, despite commands to drop the knife, the suspect approached officers while still holding the weapon. This led to 2 officers who were nearby shooting that suspect. The suspect was wounded and taken to a hospital where at the time he was listed as stable.